Hey people, Jacob here at Sutherland Chevrolet in Nicholasville, Kentucky. I'm here today to show you our 2020 Silverado High Country. I'm going to walk around the outside, go over the inside, tell you all the good, the bad, the ugly. First off, the vehicle is black, so it's going to show every scratch, dent, ding. It is a little dusty. You've got a little place here where you've had a little rubbing. That's coming off with my finger, so you're good there. It's a little dusty. Let's look at that front wheel. Driver's side front wheel is good. That's coming off with my finger. You got some scratching here behind the door handle, pretty standard stuff from nails. Rings, things like that, keys possibly. You got a couple little spots here, a little spot here, a couple little spots down here. You got a little ding in the door there, as well as a little place where something scratched it. A couple little spots here. This is, a high traffic area. This edge here, as well as the edge on the rear door on that side. So a couple little scratches there. You got a scratch coming down all the way from up here down the door panel here, and that might be able to be buffed out. Emphasis on the word might. Looking for anything kind of else here. You got a couple little scratches, and things like this happen. It's a maybe from when it was originally purchased, a 5-year-old vehicle now, and so it's going to have little clings like this, especially on the black one. So this is pretty standard. Got maybe a little scratch right there that might not even pick up in the camera, it's so small. Little one in the door there that I might have missed. Got a scratch coming up here. It's kind of a squiggly one. Scratch down here, scratch there, scratch coming across here, scratch there, just little tiny things, You step back a couple feet, most people aren't going to see most of this stuff, but it is there. Got a couple little spaces here where something's rubbed up against it, scratch there, a couple little scratches there, a little scratch there, a couple little scratches in here. Couple little scratches back here, little scratches back there, scratch here coming down this way, scratch there, one here, little rubbing right here on the corner that may or may not show up in the camera well. Little rubbing spots right here. This rear wheel looks great too, no issues there that I'm noticing. Let's go around to the tailgate and see what we see. Is this something's, scuffed up that light there, and looks like down here as well, yeah. On the tailgate, you got some spots. Someone's had a sticker or something here that didn't quite come off all the way, or that might be glue, that might be, looks like it's glue. That will probably come off. It might just need a little more love. You've got some spaces here, and this is, it's a tailgate, so this is a number one spot to get beat up here. Scratches, 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 scratches. These plastic covers, they get beat up too. A little indent right there, some paint missing, little scratches. Someone's touched up that. Just little scratches, little scratches, little scratches, kind of all the way across. Some rubbing right there, but just little tiny scratches. Same kind of thing on this corner. So I don't know if they had something they set on it over here or something, but little scratches. I'll open the tailgate here and kind of try to show you the bed. It's power up, power down, which is nice. And it looks like it's been lined, and then they've got a mat in it too, which is cool. I'm gonna have to come back to try and play with this tailgate here. I don't really know what I'm looking at, so we might do a round 2 for that. Let's see on this rear bumper, a couple little scratches, some down here too. side looks pretty good. See where something's rubbed up against this corner of the bumper there. Some more scratches here, there. Noticing a couple little up here. Some scratches over here. A couple little spaces right there where it looks like someone's maybe try to do a little touch up. That's bird down there. I'm not going to touch that if you don't mind. Thing looks good up here on the pillar. Is that a scratch or dust? That's dust. You got a scratch here. A couple little, like a little rubbing spot there with a couple scratches. One up here that looks like it's been touched up, maybe. Little rock chip there. That's going to be something that you're going to see, especially on the front end of the vehicle, because we haven't done that yet. You'll see probably some rock chips up there too. So little rock chips. Pretty standard stuff on anything. Some scratches here. Something's rubbed up against this mirror a couple times. Could be branches from a tree, or, you know, who knows what. You know, a bush. Got a little scratch that runs right through here. Anything else on this door? Maybe a little spot right there. Really tiny, hard to see. Most people wouldn't notice that. Got a scratch that runs right here. I might have mentioned that one already. Things are starting to look pretty good though as we get back closer to the front. You got a couple of scratches right here. Some scratches here as you go around this front corner. It's a pretty high traffic spot for things like this. So you got some scratches here, some scratches down there. This one makes a little T. You've got one going vertical, another going vertical there. This is going to be the highest traffic area, is the front of this hood. You'll see it's got a little rock chip up there from, nope, that's bird or something else. Okay, so that one's good. No rock chip there, good. Couple little rock chips there. Really dusty, needs another bath. Got a little rock chip there, a little dimple. Couple down here. One right here that somebody's touched up at some point in time. Little spot right here, a little scratch. What is this? A little touch up done here, a big, you know, a big rock chip of some kind probably, or it could be from bird poop, maybe eating through the paint. It's hard to tell for me with that one, which it could be. You got another one of those little spots right here. Imagine this one's probably from bird, sitting on it for an extended period of time. Got a scratch coming down right here along the hood. Nice one. Let's get to this front bumper here and see what we're seeing. So with these painted front bumpers like this, okay, they look great, but in some ways they're a curse. They, you know, take all these rock chips, so you'll see a bunch of them. I mean, that'll just be splattered with them, you know. And so for some people this might bother them. For other people, they understand it's part of the look and they're okay with it. But you got them kind of all over, just sprinkling it. Sprinkling it. A couple little ones right there, a couple little ones here, a couple little ones there. And it's pretty normal for these. So, you know, some people might look at this video and go, okay, he's pointing out 100 million things here, one there, one's rubbed up against it right there. And they go, man, you know, this thing's really covered in them. But, you know, like I said, it's a 4, possibly 5-year-old truck, and you step away from it, and it looks really good. Something else I missed. Let's go look at the wheels on the other side. I completely missed that when I was walking around it. Looked at the wheels on the driver's side. They look great. The passenger side looks good too. I'm not noticing any. You got a little, maybe a little scuff right there. And this rear one looks great too. Just needs to be cleaned up. So I figured out this tonneau cover. So you got these releases or latches on each side. You press this button, the piece flips up, and then once it's done on both sides, this pushes forward, and that's about as far forward as it goes. So that leaves you with about this much bed space. So just to give you some kind of idea, I'll step away from it, kind of show you what you get there. So that's what you're looking at. So now we're going to the interior. You'll find a lot less little things here, but you can see the seats are a little worn, you know. Same thing with the driver. I'll get out here and show you it. But, you know, the bolster gets worn out here as well as up here. You'll see some wear on it as well. So, but pretty standard stuff. You'll see some wear here on the steering wheel where some of the dye has come out of the face of the leather on it. But I'll get back in it here. Of course, this is a high country. It'll have all the bells and whistles. You got the Bose stereo. You got your window adjustments, of course. Your power fold-in, fold-out mirrors. You got your locks for the passenger doors to keep people from, you know, kids from escaping or anything like that. Your locks, unlocks, your door release there. I'm going to open it and close it again. I'm going to turn the radio down too. Your memory settings for the seats, so that way you can set those and set your mirrors, and it'll remember that adjustment, you know. So if you got multiple people driving, it's really useful for that. Of course, all your lighting controls are over here. Your four-wheel drive controller, your parking brake is down here. It's electronic. You got heated steering wheel, forward collision alert, which you can change the distance at which it'll alert you. You got the heads-up display, which may or may not show up in my camera there. You'll probably see it flashing because of the refresh rate of what's being displayed, and the you know, the frame rate of my camera are going to be a little different, but you should be able to at least see it flashing up there maybe. But you know, it's displaying, like right now it's displaying the tilt of the vehicle for off-road purposes. It's displaying that it's in two-wheel drive, and it's displaying that the miles per hour that I'm driving. You can change the information that's displayed there too. So like right now it's just showing the mile per hour that I'm driving. Pretty useful. It can show you navigation instructions up there as well, which is really, really nice when traveling. Yeah, everything is pretty standard fare up here. You do have a digital information center here, so it can show you different information like oil life, you know, navigation instructions here as well, who you're talking to on the phone. You know, you can kind of adjust some of the radio settings there. Behind the steering wheel, you've got buttons that on the right side will turn the volume up and down on the stereo, and then on the left side will go through your different pre-saved stations on the stereo. Over here, of course, you have what most people spend a lot of time playing with, their radios. Of course, you've got, you know, AM, FM, XM, that kind of stuff. There is no CD player here, so you'll be missing that. You can, of course, connect phones for Bluetooth or for Apple and CarPlay and Android Auto. You do have a wireless charging pad down here that can fit most phones, but if you've got one of the oversized ones or you got a really big case, it may not fit or work right, but a slimmer case and one of these newer phones, it'll probably be just fine. You do have an integrated brake controller, which is nice if you're towing anything. Of course, it's got parking sensors and auto stop start and power up and down tailgate and lane change alert, blind zone alert that'll show up in the corner of your mirrors there that my phone will probably, you know, it's focusing on pretty good, but it'll light up orange when something's in your blind zone. So it's got all the bells and whistles. It's got the rear vision camera up here, which can be turned off. It just it's a camera displaying that information on your mirror, which is nice if you've got, you know, something taking up the back of your cab, taking up the space back there, so you might not be able to see with a traditional mirror. Or you know, if you're on the interstate, it actually gives you a wider angle view of the things that are around you. So a really nice thing. If you don't like it, if it bothers you, you can flick it down. That turns it off, and you can worry about something else. What else did I miss down here? Of course, you got cooled and heated seats. You've also got traction control standard equipment these days. You've got a little outlet here. This powers it up and powers it down. And then you've got this button that lowers all your windows. So that doesn't bring them back up. It just lowers them. But so I got to bring that back up using my hand there. But pretty cool nonetheless. Of course, you got a little pocket up here for things, and your manual is down there. You've also got this large console here that you could put files in or store pretty much anything you want in. And then you got some outlets there for charging phones, and an auxiliary outlet if you want to hook up a device for listening to audio or anything like that. And then you got some cup holders back here, cup holders up there. And then I'll go to the second row for the back of the cab and show you it a little bit too. Now, one thing I forgot to mention is you do have these 4-liners, which are really nice because you can just pull them out, spray them out, and they're pretty relatively easy to keep clean there. So heated seats are right there for the rear, so you have heated seats in the rear as well. You do have these little hidden pockets in the second row. As well as you pull this down, you got some cup holders there and an armrest. And of course these benches raise, and you've got storage there. You could fit a full-size shotgun there if you wanted to my understanding. Or you could put both the sides of the seat up and use this for hauling some stuff if you needed to. But hopefully that gives you a good rundown of our 2020 High Country. I'm going to kind of step back here. Again, it's got some nicks and scratches, but it's 4 to 5 years old, so it probably should. But other than that, it's in great shape. This is Jacob at Sutherland Chevrolet. If there's any more information I can get you, please let me know. Thank you and have a wonderful day.